Welcome back, y'all. Practicing Tre Flips today. I've made a couple videos on Tre Flips already, but I feel like I could do 100 more just because I enjoy doing Tre Flips that much. So I'm gonna do a couple different Tre Flips today. I'm gonna, set up differently, 1 foot catch, no 1 foot catch, whatever. I just wanted to demonstrate that as long as the core principles of a Tre Flip remain true, the Tre Flip is gonna happen. So you just need to, really have that scooping foot, really have the pressure on the toes and have the weight on the toes as well, to where the board's almost pinching the wheel on the toe side right before you pop. And I've mentioned this several times, but I'll go over it shortly here. So you want to make sure that you have the pressure on the toes, get a really hard scoop, and you get a scrape along with that. You want it to really scrape across the ground so that you can stay stationary instead of having the board go behind you. I think a good reference point to know where you're at with Tre Flips is practicing it on flat ground and noticing if you go far off to the side too much. If that's the case, you probably need to work on getting your scoop better to where you can keep the board in place. I remember when I was growing up learning Tre Flips and trying them stationary, the board would go behind me or go off to the side a lot, and now it doesn't do too much of that because I've really gotten the scooping motion down. So you'll see a few different Tre Flips here. I can apply this principle with my feet super far apart. I can do it with them super close together, and it's still going to get me a Tre Flip. It's just going to flip differently. I might get a slower flip with my feet further apart. With my feet closer together, you tend to have a more explosive kick flip, so it flips faster and you'll catch it faster, and that's ideal for Tre flipping into a grind or a slide, or if you just want to get a faster flick and catch it faster. So those are different ways to Tre flip, but the principles remain the same. So it's it remains true that you can Tre flip in many different ways and still get it done. But I did want to talk about, I guess, one of the most important things that I think is overlooked. And you can, watch any skate video and pause right before someone pops on a Tre Flip, and you'll see that the wheel is basically touching the board on the toe side. And this is really important because it makes the kick flip part of the Tre Flip easier. It creates like an opposite balancing effect, because you'll see that if the board's leaning on the toe side there and you're about to kick flip, it brings up the board on the kickflip side. So it brings the board that much closer to your foot when you're doing a kickflip. Basically like, here you go, do the kickflip. So it makes that a lot easier. And you'll see here, I did a Tre Flip without my toes hanging off. And I felt very weird and awkward because I don't do that at all, but I just wanted to demonstrate. You can still get a Tre Flip done, but it's not going to flip the kick flip as well. You'll see here that the kick flip barely completes by the time the rotation's finished, and it's not gonna serve you as well, and you could probably even land primo if you Tre flip without that pressure being on the toes. So you can get it done, but again, it's just not as efficient. It's not gonna work as well. So I just wanted to demonstrate that because I think that's how important it is for knowing how to Tre flip is really not only scooping with your back foot, but having it in that position. So just a little bit of board physics there from a skate nerd, and that's it basically. Those are Tre Flips. I think it's one of the funnest, if not the most fun flip trick you can do, especially when you start playing around with it and you get control with it. It's just one of my favorites. So thanks for tuning in. As always, see you again next time.